An interesting example is Sarah Huckabee Sanders, the governor of Arkansas. If you look at her, her face is really unusual. It looks like distorted in all kinds of very strange ways. She would probably be
Let me
like
see.
a PhD study to a postural person.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you
so
look at a
actually,
picture of her,
yeah, I just pulled her up.
the eye
I
is
went
like
to University of
turned out.
Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
She kind of looks like in some of these photos that she actually has an eye turn, like a strabismus. I am not sure, but it does a little bit look like that. I don't know. You can't really tell. But this one photo I see of her right now, like her left eye just looks very different than her right eye. Her right eyebrow is much lower than her left. She has a lot of this facial asymmetry you're talking about. And so now what type of asymmetry that requires more of a full evaluation, but you're very correct here.
Yeah, just once you're aware of it, like I see people with moon faces,
Yeah.
their chin and all that goes off to either the left or the right, and their whole face kind of like is like a crescent moon shape instead of just straight up and down and symmetrical. I remember years ago they talked about Denzel Washington. Like part of the reason he was so handsome, they said because he was very symmetrical faced. And it's just interesting all these things that come up.
There is a lot of research to show that being beautiful in our society does equate to symmetry. Although there are some people that have pretty asymmetrical faces that are celebrities and beautiful as well. So yeah, I mean, with the governor of Arkansas, what's interesting is I would be so interested to look at what her teeth look like and what her bite looks like, because it when I zoom in, it looks like she has a crossbite on both sides. So and that
She needs to call you for help, but she doesn't know you, unfortunately.
yeah, I mean, I would help her for sure if she has pain, and she's interested. But
Sure.
that's why people are attracted to this, because people are attracted to things that teach us more about who we are. And that's what postural restoration does. It helps you learn more about who you are and how to make changes to things like even appearance and posture, etc. So yeah,
So like a common thing I see nowadays, I guess, is, because everyone's always texting on their phone or,
yeah.
on the computer, that their heads are forward. I guess they call it forward head carry. And
Yeah.
they have some of them look like they have a hump, like a dowager's hump on their back. What would you do in cases like that? Is that common that you see it?
Yeah, it's very common. I definitely think that this text neck situation, I do think that screens are a huge contributing factor. I've read research that you should not even, like, a kid should not be on screens until they're after 2 years old, because now there's research showing that it even can show false autism rates. Like it mimics what autism does for little kids. But we're not meant to be looking at screens like that. We're not meant to be looking down. We're meant to walk with our eyes horizontal to the ground and being able to see our surroundings. So I do think that the computers, the cell phones have really caused some issues with the development of children. I also think for adults too. But I think what happens is we're always focused on this forward head posture, but it's not necessarily a forward head posture. It's actually more of a straight neck posture. So the head will come forward because the cervical spine has lost its natural 30 degrees of curvature. And we do see complications with that. So yeah, it's a posture problem, but most people that have that a visible issue going on with their head and neck, they also have a lot of pressure at the base of their skull, their occiput, and those people are also in pain. They have their sternocleidomastoids do not shut off. The front of the neck doesn't stop working. They'll feel a lot of neck tension all the time. And over time, being in that position, it does not allow you to properly get airflow. It will have implications on the rib cage, negative implications, where the rib cage is not properly able to move because now that whole neck is pulling it in a different direction. So the neck is very powerful. And I see a lot of people with this problem, especially people that work on computers all day. I do think airflow it can be a very big way to make changes.
What do you mean airflow? Like what happens to someone without forward head carry? Is their breathing impeded? Is there airflow?
Yeah, so if you have that straightened neck posture, your positioning of everything from your, being able to breathe, all the muscles in the anterior neck, it's compressed. It's not in the right place. So when we restore that lordosis as much as we can, when we give the brain the sense of what it needs to restore the lordosis, we can mitigate that pain. So yeah, we see a lot of these things. So I will see people all the time with this straight neck, and I'll feel the neck, and then 3-4 sessions in, I'm like, oh, your neck feels a lot better. And it's not that I don't agree with any of this stuff, like these pillows that are forcing the neck into different positions. I don't agree with that.
I've tried it and it hurt real bad.
Doesn't work. It doesn't work. You cannot force the body to do something.